You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. In the United States, everyone is supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. It's a principle deeply woven into the fabric of justice. Yet in the case of Robert Sylvester Kelly, who is known to the world as R. Kelly, the court of public opinion has overtaken the principles of due process. R. Kelly's contributions to the music industry are undeniable. For over 3 decades, he has written and produced songs that have touched millions of lives. From I Believe I Can Fly to Ignition Remix, his talent is unparalleled. But today he faces one of the fiercest battles of his life, not in the recording studio this time but in the courtroom. Jennifer Bonjean is a powerhouse attorney known for defending the rights of the accused. With her unwavering resolve and mastery of the law, she's made one thing crystal clear: we will win this case. In a post on her Twitter after announcing the Supreme Court's position with regard to the Chicago appeal review, she added that the fight for R. Kelly's freedom will still continue, also highlighting that the New York appeal is still pending. Irrespective of the position of her communication that day, Bonjean sounded unshaken and sure that she will eventually get a result from her long fight for R. Kelly's freedom. But why is she so confident? What do the case files truly reveal? R. Kelly's legal battles are a web of allegations that date back decades ago. The media successfully painted him guilty even before trial, but Jennifer Bonjean and her team are determined to peel back the layers of bias and expose the truth. Bonjeans Strategy is rooted in exposing inconsistencies and holding the prosecution accountable. She argues that the charges against R. Kelly are based on unreliable witnesses, vague recollections from obsolete cases that had expired statutes of limitations, and at most time outright fabrications. She's not afraid to ask the tough questions like where is the hard evidence and why are we accepting accusations without corroboration, among others. In this country, every person has the right to a fair trial. And by that we are speaking of a trial free from prejudice, media sensationalism and public opinion. But can anyone truly receive a fair trial when their case has been tried in headlines, documentaries and hashtags before reaching the courtroom? Also consider the timeline. Many of the allegations against R. Kelly are decades old, raising serious questions about memory reliability and motivations. Statutes of limitations exist for a reason: to ensure justice is pursued in a timely and fair manner. Yet in this case against R. Kelly, time itself has been weaponized against him. With plenty legal errors, it's no wonder that attorney Jennifer Bonjean remains confident she will eventually win this case. Even after the Supreme Court refused to review the Chicago case, Jennifer Bonjean has said, "The fight isn't over," and she's right. While the Supreme Court's denial is a setback, it's not the end of the road. There are still avenues for post-conviction relief, including motions based on new evidence or claims of ineffective assistance of counsel. In the world of high-stakes courtroom battles, confidence is key. And only a few attorneys like Bonjean exude the level of confidence, skill and determination. As the legal fight for R. Kelly's freedom continues, Bonjean has remained consistent. She's confident she will win this case. Jennifer Bonjean is no stranger to controversy or case complexity. Known for her tireless advocacy and fierce courtroom demeanor, she has built a reputation as a champion for those she believes have been wrongfully convicted. Her confidence in R. Kelly's case isn't just optimism. It's actually rooted in years of legal expertise and a deep understanding of how to expose weaknesses in the prosecution's case. When asked about her approach, Bonjean has repeatedly emphasized the importance of due process and the right to a fair trial. In her view, R. Kelly's case represents a breakdown of these fundamental principles, and she is so correct. For decades, R. Kelly's music has touched millions of lives, yet today his legacy hangs in the balance, overshadowed by allegations that many believe were pursued without the fairness and objectivity required by our justice system. At its core, this case is a test of our commitment to the principles of justice. Will we allow bias, media influence, and public pressure to dictate the outcome of a trial? Or will we stand firm in demanding fairness, transparency and accountability? Jennifer Bonjean has a track record of defending the falsely accused. Her confidence in this case isn't just bravado. It's grounded in the evidence, or rather the lack of it, by the prosecution, which largely had a bunch of hearsay in the name of testimonies. R. Kelly is not without flaws. None of us here is. But his life's work cannot be erased by accusations alone which are not backed up with concrete evidence. He has inspired countless individuals through his music, offering hope, love and faith when the world needed it the most. This case is in fact a test of our collective commitment to justice. Will we allow someone's life to be defined solely by accusations, or will we demand the evidence required to support such claims? Let's allow the facts to speak for themselves, because in the end, justice isn't about headlines but truth. This is not just R. Kelly's fight. It's a fight for justice, for truth and for the very principles that make our society free. According to Tabo, what's wrong with this American law denying R. Kelly his freedom? The American legal system in R. Kelly's case highlights troubling flaws. The presumption of innocence was overshadowed by media sensationalism, creating a biased atmosphere that compromised his right to a fair trial. Decades-old allegations, questionable witnesses, and procedural errors were prioritized over concrete evidence, raising concerns about the system's fairness. When public opinion and selective justice influence legal outcomes, it sets a dangerous precedent, undermining the core principles of due process and equal treatment under the law. According to Lisa, R. Kelly was undeniably targeted, with his case becoming a spectacle fueled by media sensationalism and a rush to judgment. Unlike others facing similar allegations, he was subjected to relentless public scrutiny, amplified by documentaries and headlines that painted him as guilty long before a fair trial could occur. This disproportionate focus turned his legal battles into a broader cultural reckoning where his rights were overshadowed by the court of public opinion. Such targeting not only raises questions about bias, but also highlights the dangers of a justice system swayed by external pressures rather than evidence and due process. If you wish to take part in a live interview on this channel discussing any of these topics, let us know by emailing us on sashahnnewsroom@gmail.com for scheduling. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say. To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.